What up, Hot Mic Nation? I'm your host, Dennis Nixon today, and here today we're going to be talking about the Mavericks versus Pacers game. Finally, after a literal 4-game losing streak, the Mavs have to come out with the W, winning 127-104, basically pretty much having the runaway with the game. Here are the Mavericks stats today. Luka had another great game. Hardaway coming off the bench, man. I'm really excited what Hardaway brings. Hardy. There's the Pacers stats, and there are the overall stats from both of the teams. Basically, the Mavericks have been fluent the whole game. And here's the two best performing with Mathurin and Luka. So basically, the Pacers' best player was Mathurin. Everyone else was just very inconsistent at best. And this would never really have happened if the NBA had not rescinded Luka's 16th foul, which would have got him a 1-game suspension. So thank God that the NBA had rescinded that. If you probably had noticed from the Hornets game recap, I did mention about his 16th foul because as far as we knew as Mavericks fan, that he was going to get the 1-game suspension. It was going to be against the Pacers, and that we were going to have to figure out how to try to not only get back on track with the winning streak, but trying to win without Luka. But luckily, we didn't have to do that, and let's just hope Luka doesn't get another foul, because if he gets another foul, then he will get that 1-game suspension. What I meant to say for the player earlier coming off the bench was Hardy. Hardaway was very inconsistent during the game. There was times where he made some pretty good inside shots. He was a little off when it came up to free, but man, every time Hardy gets the ball, man, I don't know, man. Hardy does something special, bro. He really does. And if I'm a Maverick fan, I'd really be excited for next year with Hardy. He's having a really good second half of the season. I think they were talking about him having like a 5th or 6th game straight, which is double-digit points, and he's coming off the bench. Like, he's not really in our starting rotation. I think, honestly, if we're going into the if we do somehow sneak in with a play-in or go in the playoffs, I would give Hardy a lot more minutes, man. He's being a lot more consistent than most of the guys that are being on that team are being even really on the roster. So I really, if I'm the Mavericks, be potentially looking at Hardy for the future. Kyrie, Kyrie's doing Kyrie things, man. I'm not expecting him to be going out there dropping 30 points a game. I want him to go out there, be a leader, get this team in the position to win. And it's really all I want Irving to do. Bartanes somehow got 2 3-point shots. Oh my God, that's usually a myth. I couldn't even believe it. I was so shocked. I think every Maverick fan was shocked. But even McGee, man. You see, I was very happy with McGee, man. They utilized what I think a big guy. Now, granted, power forwards are usually basically they do take shots, but I don't know, man. I really like what McGee do. I think we should put him more into the rotation. He's just tall. He's tall. He could rebound pretty decently. Got to get a little bit more down on his fouls, but he could rebound very well and honestly get in the bucket. That's what I wanted him to do, man. He was a mismatch and he created opportunities. But yeah, this was a really good game. I was really impressed, man. I was happy. Let's hope we can keep it up like this, but not only against, we got to start winning these games, especially we got a tough game against the 76ers, and that's a must win. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end you off with this clip. This clip is just straight saying, Hot Mic signing out. Peace.
It's bottled up. But he finds Hardy with a terrific pass.